Hey coin lovers! Welcome to the Worth Old Coins channel, your place to discover the hidden value and rare facts about old coins. In today's video we're revealing the top 3 valuable coins, and one of them might just be in your collection, so don't skip this video. Let's find out their real worth. Top 1. The 2002 Australian 5-cent coin stands as a small but enduring symbol of the nation's decimal currency system, which was first introduced on February 14, 1966, when Australia converted from pounds, shillings, and pence to the modern dollar and cent structure. Although modest in face value, the 5-cent piece represents the continuity of a design that had already circulated for more than 3 decades by 2002 and continues to this day as the lowest denomination of Australian legal tender still produced for everyday commerce. On the obverse front, the coin carries a finely detailed effigy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, reflecting Australia's constitutional monarchy and its recognition of the sovereign as head of state. And 2002, the Royal Australian Mint used the 4th official portrait of the Queen, created by British sculptor Ian Rank Broadley and adopted across Australian coinage in 1999. This portrait shows the Queen facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, and is notable for its realistic depiction of mature features rather than the more idealized images of earlier effigies. Around the rim runs the legend, Elizabeth II, Air Australia 2002, linking the monarch's name, the issuing country, and the year of minting in a balanced circular inscription. The reverse, back, presents the beloved image of an echidna, one of Australia's most distinctive native mammals. This intricate design was created in 1966 by sculptor Stuart Devlin, who served as the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen and designed the entire suite of decimal coin reverses that year. The echidna is shown in a curled, almost radial composition, its spiny body and elongated snout rendered with remarkable texture. Beneath the creature appears the denomination 5 in bold, sans serif type denoting 5 cents. Devlin's choice of the echidna highlights the uniqueness of Australia's wildlife and celebrates the continent's rich natural heritage. Technically, the 2002 5-cent coin adheres to long-established specifications. It is struck from copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a bright silvery appearance resistant to corrosion. Each coin measures 19.41 millimeters in diameter, is 1.30 millimeters thick, and weighs 2.83 grams. The edge is plain, without reading, allowing easy tactile identification. These specifications have remained unchanged since the coin's introduction in 1966, reflecting the durability of both design and metallurgy for a denomination meant to endure heavy daily handling. The Royal Australian Mint in Canberra produced all standard circulation 5-cent coins for 2002. Precise mintage figures for the year are estimated in the tens of millions, a typical output. Intended to meet the continuing though gradually declining public demand for low-denomination coins, in addition to ordinary circulation strikes, the Mint also issued limited numbers of collector-quality pieces proof coins in highly polished finishes for annual proof sets and specially packaged uncirculated coins for mint sets, all of which bear the same designs but exhibit superior surface quality and sharpness. Economically, the early 2000s were a period when the purchasing power of 5 Australian cents had already diminished considerably. Inflation meant that few items could be purchased for a single coin, and many retailers were beginning to round cash transactions to the nearest 5 cents. Despite this erosion in buying power, the 5-cent piece remained an essential component of the currency system, especially for making exact change and for use in vending machines, parking meters, and similar mechanisms that still accepted the denomination. For collectors, the 2002 issue is generally considered common in circulated grades because of its large mintage. However, numismatists often seek examples in gem, uncirculated, or proof condition, where the intricate echidna spines and the fine hair details of the Queen's portrait are fully struck and free of wear. The proof strikes, with their mirror-like fields and frosted reliefs, offer an especially attractive way to appreciate the artistry of both Devlin and Rank Broadley. As with other modern Australian coinage, varieties are rare, but specialists watch for small die cracks, planchet flaws, or unusual die rotations that can create collectible anomalies. Culturally and symbolically, the 2002 5-cent coin reflects Australia's dual heritage. The obverse honors the constitutional link to the British Crown, while the reverse celebrates a creature found only on the Australian continent and New Guinea, the egg-laying mammal known as the echidna. This pairing captures the nation's historical ties to Britain and its proud embrace of unique natural wonders, embodying the diverse influences that shape modern Australian identity. In summary, the 2002 Australian 5-cent coin is more than a small piece of cupro-nickel. It represents over 3 decades of stable design, combining the respected image of Queen Elizabeth II with Stuart Devlin's timeless echidna motif. Its modest denomination belies a rich narrative of economic change, colonial heritage, and environmental pride. whether encountered as a slightly worn piece of everyday change or as a flawless proof in a collector's case. The 2002 5-cent coin remains a durable and visually engaging testament to Australia's modern monetary history and to the enduring appeal of well-conceived coin design. Top 2. The 2008 Australian 5-cent coin is a small yet enduring representative of Australia's decimal currency system, which was introduced nationwide on February 14, 1966, when the country shifted from pound shillings and pence to the dollar and cent structure still in use today. More than 40 years after that transition, the 5-cent piece continued to circulate as the nation's smallest unit of legal tender, even as its purchasing power steadily declined. Why 2008 inflation meant that 5 cents could buy very little on its own, but the coin remained indispensable for making exact change in cash transactions and for use in vending machines, parking meters, and other coin-operated devices. The obverse, front, of the 2008 issue carries the familiar right-facing effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, a testament to Australia's constitutional monarchy and ongoing ties to the British Crown. This portrait is the fourth official likeness of the Queen used on Australian coinage and was created by British sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. First adopted on Australian coins in 1999, Rank Broadley's design presents a more realistic, mature depiction of the monarch, complete with the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara and finely detailed facial features. Around the rim appears the inscription, Elizabeth II Australia 2008, uniting the monarch's name, the issuing nation, and the year of minting in a balanced circular legend that underscores both tradition and the coin's specific date. On the reverse, back, shines the enduring image of an echidna, one of Australia's most distinctive native mammals. This celebrated design was created in 1966 by master goldsmith and sculptor Stuart Devlin, who designed all of the reverses for the original suite of decimal coins. The echidna, also known as the spiny anteater, is depicted in a curled, radial composition that emphasizes its sharp spines and distinctive snout, with extraordinary textural detail for such a small coin. Centered below the animal is the bold numeral 5, clearly indicating the denomination. Devlin's design highlights the uniqueness of Australia's fauna and reflects the nation's pride in its natural heritage, a theme that resonates strongly with both residents and visitors. Technically, the 2008 5-cent coin adheres to the specifications that have remained unchanged since 1966. It is struck in copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a bright silvery gray appearance that resists corrosion and wear. The coin measures 19.41 millimeters in diameter, has a thickness of 1.30 millimeters, and weighs 2.83 grams. Its plain edge allows for easy tactile recognition. These long-standing dimensions and materials have proven ideal for heavy daily use and for compatibility with coin-operated machines, ensuring the coin's practicality despite its small monetary value. Production of the 2008 5-cent coin took place at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, the sole facility responsible for Australia's circulating decimal coinage. Exact mintage figures for the standard 2008 issue number in the tens of millions, sufficient to meet the steady though gradually decreasing public demand for low-value coins, in addition to the normal circulation strikes. The Mint issued collector versions, notably proof coins with mirrored fields and frosted reliefs, and specially packaged uncirculated coins for annual mint sets. These premium issues exhibit razor-sharp details and brilliant surfaces that appeal to numismatists seeking top-quality examples of the date. Economically, the late 2000s were a period of relative prosperity for Australia, with a robust resources sector and stable currency. Yet the 5-cent coin's buying power had eroded to the point where many small retailers were rounding cash totals to the nearest 5 cents. Calls to withdraw the denomination entirely were already being discussed in the public sphere. Nevertheless, the coin continued to play a role in everyday transactions and remained legal tender, serving as a familiar and practical piece of Australia's monetary fabric. For collectors, the 2008 5-cent coin is generally considered common in circulated grades because of its large mintage and the coin's ongoing production. However, numismatists value coins in gem uncirculated or proof condition, where the intricate spines of the echidna and the fine hairlines of the Queen's portrait appear in sharp relief. Proof issues from the Royal Australian Mint are especially admired for their deep mirrored backgrounds and frosted devices. Specialists occasionally search for minor die varieties, planchet flaws, or unusual die rotations, though no major varieties have been widely reported for this year. Culturally and symbolically, the coin embodies Australia's dual heritage. The obverse acknowledges the constitutional link to the British monarchy, while the reverse celebrates a creature unique to the Australian continent and New Guinea. This pairing of imperial tradition and indigenous natural wonder captures the nation's complex identity, balancing historical ties to Britain with pride in an environment found nowhere else on Earth. In summary, The 2008 Australian 5-cent coin is far more than a small piece of copper nickel worth a fraction of a dollar. It carries over 4 decades of unaltered design, combining the dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley with Stuart Devlin's timeless echidna motif. Whether encountered as a well-worn coin in everyday change or preserved in flawless proof condition within a collector's cabinet, the 2008 5-cent piece remains a tangible link to Australia's monetary history, its unique wildlife, and the enduring craftsmanship of modern coin design. Top 3. The 2012 Australian 5-cent coin represents nearly half a century of continuous production since Australia adopted decimal currency on 14 February 1966, BY 2012. The 5-cent piece had become Australia's smallest unit of legal tender, and although its purchasing power had diminished because of inflation, it remained an indispensable component of day-to-day commerce. The coin continued to play a quiet but vital role in vending machines, parking meters, and retail transactions where exact change was required, even as some businesses increasingly rounded cash totals to the nearest 5 cents. On the obverse front of the 2012 issue is the right-facing effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, reflecting Australia's status as a constitutional monarchy within the Commonwealth. The portrait is the 4th official likeness of the Queen used on Australian coinage and was sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley of the United Kingdom. Introduced to Australian coins in 1999, Rank Broadley's design is noted for its realism and for depicting the Queen at a more mature age, complete with the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Encircling the bust is the legend Elizabeth II Australia 2012, clearly indicating the monarch's name, the issuing nation, and the year of minting. The reverse, back, features the enduring echidna design created in 1966 by acclaimed Australian goldsmith and sculptor Stuart Devlin. This remarkable creature, sometimes called the spiny anteater, is shown from above in a tight circular composition that emphasizes its radiating spines and distinctive snout. Below the animal appears the large numeral 5, a bold, simple statement of denomination. Devlin's artful rendering not only celebrates Australia's unique fauna but also provides excellent relief and texture for a coin of such small size, qualities that have made the design a favorite among collectors for decades. From a technical standpoint, the 2012 5-cent coin maintains the specifications established in 1966. It is struck in a copper-nickel alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a bright silvery color and strong resistance to wear. The coin measures 19.41 mm in diameter, 1.30 mm in thickness, and weighs 2.83 grams. Its plain edge allows easy tactile identification. These precise dimensions ensure compatibility with coin-operated devices and have remained unchanged for more than 45 years. Production of the 2012 5-cent coin was carried out by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, the nation's primary facility for circulating and collector coinage. Standard circulation strikes number in the tens of millions, ensuring adequate supply for everyday use across Australia. In addition to the regular business strikes, the Mint issued collector versions, notably proof coins with deep mirrored fields and frosted relief, and specially packaged uncirculated coins included in annual mint sets. These premium issues showcase exceptional sharpness and finish, attracting numismatists who seek high-grade examples of the date. Economically, the early 2010s were a period of relative stability for Australia, yet the real purchasing power of 5 cents was minimal. Discussions about eliminating the denomination altogether had been ongoing for years, especially since neighboring New Zealand and some other countries had already withdrawn their smallest coins. Nevertheless, the coin remained legal tender and continued to circulate widely in 2012, proving its practicality despite rising production costs and low individual value. For collectors, the 2012 5-cent piece is generally considered common in circulated grades due to its large mintage. However, coins in gem, uncirculated, or proof condition hold interest, particularly for those assembling complete date sets of Australian decimal coins. Collectors may also seek out minor die varieties or striking anomalies such as off-center strikes or planchet errors, which can command premiums when well documented. Symbolically, the 2012 coin reflects the dual heritage of Australia. The obverse acknowledges the nation's constitutional link to the British Crown, while the reverse proudly displays a creature found only in Australia and New Guinea, emphasizing the continent's unique biodiversity. This combination of imperial tradition and indigenous natural wonder gives the coin a cultural resonance beyond its modest face value. In summary, the 2012 Australian 5-cent coin embodies the endurance of a classic design and the practical realities of modern commerce. With Ian Rank Broadley's dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and Stuart Devlin's timeless echidna on the reverse struck to precise copper-nickel specifications by the Royal Australian Mint, it stands as both a utilitarian medium of exchange and a miniature work of art. whether encountered as a well-worn piece of pocket change or preserved in flawless proof condition. The 2012 5-cent coin remains a tangible link to Australia's monetary history and its distinctive natural heritage. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.